Hi guys, it's probably been over a week since I kind of updated you with regards to my health and fitness journey in 2021, my lockdown diary. Apologies, been actually quite busy, which has been a real nice surprise, considering all the restrictions. You know, a lot of online program design, and a lot of kind of meetings over the internet with regards to what ISC is going to be doing in the future. So yeah, it's been really good, but I have continued to make these changes to my health and fitness. And the one thing I wanted to quickly talk about today is habit change. Now, we've touched on this in the other videos, and I just kind of want to share with you the habit changes that I've made, and then how I've made those changes. So I've focused on four really simple things, and I think that's kind of the approach I want to get across to everyone. Is if you're going to make any changes, and habit changes particularly, make them small and manageable. Because once you start making small changes, it becomes a lot easier to make bigger changes. And what tends to happen is these small changes, once you kind of build them bit by bit by bit, that becomes a big change in itself. So I've done four small changes, or four topics that have then included small changes to have a positive impact on my health and fitness. Number one is food. So I'm on a nutrition plan. We're going to talk about that next week with regards to how that's been, because that'll be a 4-week review of what I've been doing. So I'll go in that a bit more detail next week. But I've made some changes to my food, and the big thing is the amount of protein that I'm eating. So yeah, my goal is to drop a bit more body fat and build a little bit more muscle. So I've needed to kind of really focus on the amount of protein that I've been eating. And along with my coach, Damon, we indicated that we needed 7 portions of protein per day. And we divided those portions into a palm size portion of protein. Really simple. We didn't really look at the grams or the calories. We just said, right, you need 7 palm size portions of protein per day. I have a little tracking sheet, and I text it to Damon at the end of each day to make sure that I am meeting those required targets. So have a little tracking sheet, tick them off, 7 portions, send it at the end of the day. That's the change in my habit there. And then we do something really similar with water. So I need 3 litres, or the target I've been given is to get 3 litres of water per day. So what I've done is I've purchased myself a litre bottle of water. I know if I drink 3 of them, I've hit my target. So you could kind of link a bunch of things into that in terms of tracking, monitoring. But because it's a really simplistic way of looking at the changes of my food, it's really ingrained some changes. So that's kind of two really simple things that I've done, and I've really stuck to it over the last couple of weeks, and it's had a really positive impact. So yeah, really simple habit changes that are kind of starting to stick with me. It's the same with exercise. Now, I know I said at the first video that I feel like I've got my exercise on point, and I do. I'm really feeling in good shape at the moment, feeling strong, running loads. But what I've done is I've written a schedule, and I have it on my wall. Every day I wake up, I know what day I'm doing what exercise. So I have 3 S&C sessions and 2 running sessions planned. Here's the beauty of it. I'm actually getting more in. I'm actually getting an additional run in, and sometimes an extra S&C session, depending on how my body's feeling. If not, I give myself a rest day. But because I've got in the habit of having my schedule up in front of me every day I wake up, I know what day I'm doing, what time I'm doing my exercise, and then I manage the rest of my day around that. But it means I've got my exercise in. So again, another really small, simple change that's starting to create a really good habit for me. I mentioned screen time the other day, or the other video, which I've got to be honest, I really was struggling with after I posted that video about making changes to my screen time. It didn't have a whole lot of effect. So I thought, right, rather than I know long term I want to make a massive change with the amount of time I spend on my phone, but let's look at something small that I can implement to make a change, and make a habit change really quickly. So all I did is I turned my notifications off. WhatsApp is the only notification, and my emails are the only 2 notifications that I have that come up on my phone. Everything else has been turned off. I don't check my phone anywhere near as much. On it, like, my screen time's come down by over an hour in a week. Now, is that just a coincidence? But who knows? It might just be subconsciously I'm thinking that because I've put this notification thing in place. But something really simple has had an immediate impact, and that's something that's really easy to do. Again, a really small change to a habit that I'm making on a regular basis seems to have had a positive effect. I have gone through and done changed my followers and my feed. So when I am on the apps, I'm trying to see if that That means I spend less time on Instagram, for example, but that notification thing seems to have really helped me. And then what I really need to do is I really need to start exploring my sleep patterns. So, but rather than kind of set a bedtime or, you know, say that I've got to shut my eyes at this point, lights off, what I'm doing is I'm implementing reading. So the small change I'm making is I am reading at least 2 chapters of my book every night. And it seems, again, to have had a positive impact on my sleep. So we've gone through food, exercise, the amount of screen time I'm spending, and a small habit like reading, which I'm also really enjoying, by the way. And they've had noticeably positive impacts on me within a week. Now, that might just be because I'm super excited to kind of make these changes, and I kind of, I want to make some content for my videos, and it might just be, like I said, a bit of a coincidence. However, because I feel like I've made the changes, the targets, and these habits really small and really simple to achieve, I think that's why that's having the positive impact. So the challenge for me then is make these stick and then add building blocks on top of that. Add other small targets, other small habits. So if you're struggling with any health and fitness changes this new year, as we go into 2021, and as January comes to an end, we're going to continue this as we go forward into the year, start small. There's nothing wrong with having a long-term big goal, but start small. Make the small changes and then do them regularly and do them really well. And I have a feeling that it's going to make a bigger impact in the long run. I'm already feeling much better and much more confident about the changes I'm making, and this is 1 week of doing this. So yeah, and again, like with all these kind of these diaries that I'm doing, I might I want to try and keep the subjects quite condensed so we can kind of reflect on everything that I've done. So for example, hopefully this links into some of the previous videos, and like I said, we'll talk about nutrition next week as well and see if we can link all these together. But yeah, there's me rambling for 7 minutes at you. I keep saying I'm going to make them under 5, and yet I'm failing. But yeah, small changes, small habit changes, see how you get on. Yeah, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on socials, and if you've got any questions, email train@iscgym.co.uk. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you again soon.